Hello and welcome to the Heresy Lodge. I'm your host, Dylan Cooper, the Constant Coast over here.
Gavin Franklin.
Guys, we are in person. For those who are watching on the tube, you can see both of our ugly mugs in the same room at a very tiny table, almost too close to each other.
Yeah, like 4 feet apart.
Not
Not
4 feet
even.
apart, or this table might be 2 max.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've been in person.
It has been.
It's kind of remarkable because I've moved closer and we meet less.
Yeah, that is fair.
But life is weird.
It is weird.
sometimes.
I think the last time we got together was the end of Siege. Did we do anything for Lord of the Rings together?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. We got to do one at my house at some point.
Yes, we
I'll do a whole setup. I got the banner now.
You do
It's
have the
crooked.
banner. It's the best part. Make sure it stays crooked.
I mean, it has to. There's no other way to put it up.
As always, guys, hit us up on Discord. Find that pin to our Twitter at Heresy Lodge. Email us at theheresylodge@gmail.com. Check us out on YouTube at the Heresy Lodge. Merch, we have some. Check it out. Feel free to buy yourself something nice. It's 9/11. There's not really like something to celebrate here, but America wants more Heresy Lodge.
Yeah, of course. So what are we drinking? You made it.
I did make it. We are drinking
Gotta look it up.
the Airedale.
The Airedale?
Airedale.
What does that mean? Is this
I don't
like
fucking know.
the Airedale sounds kind of like a fantasy drink, kind of like the D&D drinks I made.
Look, man, it was on townandcountrymagazine.com.
Probably not.
It's bourbon, Aperol, and simple syrup.
Just real simple drink.
Real simple.
Simple drinks, like they just make sense.
Yeah, I just enjoy simplicity, I don't need 15 different types of like crackers and berries that I don't have in my house. But I have alcohol in my house. And I have simple syrup in my house.
So
That's all you need.
You go to like a cocktail bar, and most of the time it's like you look at the menu and it's like 2 ingredients, 3 ingredients,
Yeah.
and it's always great.
Always.
It's like just keep it simple.
It's all about the quality of alcohol.
It really is. Yeah. Oh, what else we have here?
From Upland. I've had this on the podcast before. It's fucking weird. It's the Ray Sparkling Golden Ale with lemon flavors and ginger.
I'm excited to pick this up and see how it tastes.
It's not the worst thing that's been in my mouth, but it's probably like the top 25.
There's been a lot of bad things in my mouth, man. I can't even. How did you, before we jump into the book, and we won't go on a long tangent, how do you feel about week 1?
My team won, so that's all that matters. Justin Fields sucks ass. I will be on record saying that, and I don't see that ever changing. I don't know why fans are excited about Justin Fields because he sucks ass. I don't know. Dude, I don't. It's like
Your kicker,
Bosgod is the man. For when I do my voting, I'm writing in Boswell.
Oh, for president?
Yep.
I mean, duh. I mean, dude, if he can clinch the game, he can clinch the Middle East.
The dude kicked 6 fucking field goals. All right, this man also won a playoff game against the Chiefs way back when on 5 field goals. The man's a winner. That's what he does.
Him and TJ Watt, man.
That's all he needs.
And apparently, it's impressive how some of these teams, it's like, that's all you need. Like, all you need is Josh Allen.
Yeah, he scored. I was going against him in one of my fantasy leagues. Yeah. At halftime, he had like 8 points. Like, hell yeah, this is doing great for me. I look back and he has like 38 points. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I lost because I was going against him and Baker Mayfield, who threw 4 touchdowns. Like, okay, cool.
Which was wild.
Yeah.
There were two quarterbacks. I was like, why are these guys good now? It's Baker Mayfield and Carr.
Well, it's because Carr went against the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, everyone, if you look at like ratings now, oh, the fucking Saints are actually good. And I'm like, oh, but are they?
Yeah, for the rest of the season for fantasy football, whoever's playing the Panthers is the defense I'm picking.
I was honestly shocked. The other game, well, there were a few games I was absolutely mind blown about. Even though they were playing the New York Giants, the fucking Minnesota Vikings.
I can't believe they won a game.
That blows my mind. It's probably
Sam Darnold actually played well.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be one of the few games they win. But,
yes, it was the Giants.
But like that was impressive. And then like, what the fuck? happened to the Cincinnati Bengals, man.
Burrow got a stupid hair dye, and then it just went downhill.
Like, damn. I have so many friends that are Cincinnati Bengals fans. Like, so many.
They're terrible people.
They're okay, but man, what a rough start for them. And then, I feel like we lost. I wanted to win. I wanted to win so bad.
But it's week 1, and Colts can't do that.
Yes. And our defense was not great. Our secondary is kind of trash, but like, dude, there were some plays I was like, okay, we're not bad. This is gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Like I think we have a playoff. Like what I'm looking at is I'm like, here's a massive list of shit teams.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Colts' floor is 6 wins.
Yeah.
Ceiling is probably 11.
That'd be awesome. I'm like, I see a lot of the plays. Even like I remember watching Chiefs and Ravens. I was like, I'm not like impressed.
It's because Ravens suck ass.
And then like I remember, oh my God, the Broncos Seahawks game.
I would not even try to watch that game.
I was like, this is like this is some of the worst football I've ever seen in my life. Like it was so miserable. It's like they literally were just giving points to each other. I'm pretty sure
there's 2 safeties at one point.
Yeah.
I was like, how is that even possible?
The Seahawks scored 2 safeties on the Broncos.
I've never even seen that.
It was absolutely mind-blowing. It's impressive. In my opinion, this week was a lot of washes.
Yeah, it's week 1.
So we'll see. A lot of people put a lot of stock into week 1. If the Colts would have won, I would have put a lot of stock into week 1.
I'm like, please fucking Russell Wilson come back.
I'm a little worried with the Steelers on what happens when they play like a really good O-line. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter how good the O-line is. DJ Watt exists.
It should be interesting. But you're winning the division right now.
Our only team that won.
The Texans are the only team that won AFC South. So
yeah, brother.
So, yeah.
All right.
One other game I gotta call out. What the fuck happened to the Titans?
I expect them to stink.
The offense didn't score. The Chicago offense didn't score a single point, thanks to Caleb Williams, who everyone thought was going to be a god.
He was supposed to be the next Andrew Luck.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But then the Titans, Will Levis blew like an 18-0 lead.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
That was incredible. Himself. Like he literally handed them. He could have knelt. They could have knelt the ball the rest of the game and probably won.
I saw a quote that the coach said that they would have been better off punting on first down.
They would have. They would have. That's crazy. That's a lesson for the Titans. If you ever find yourself in the lead at halftime, just punt the ball.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Morning Star. We left. Where did we leave off?
Well, I can tell you that the reason I went on an NFL tangent because I'm only halfway done with the book.
And I am done. I will be starting Iron Gold. Probably have Iron Gold done by the time we record next because I'm going on vacation. So there will not be an episode next week, by the way.
Gives me some time.
Yep, gives you a whole extra week.
Okay. Well, I've read so I think where we left off was they were about to raid Quicksilver's house.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It was like you hadn't even seen Quicksilver yet.
I had not.
Okay, cool. So let's start there. We got the infiltration mission, and they get inside, and it's fucking just like empty. And Darrow is like looking around. He's like, "This is fucking weird."
Mm-hmm.
And Severo's like, "Yeah, let's go kick down this fucking door." Darrow's like, "No, shit's fucking weird, man. Like this is like a trap."
Yeah.
Severo's like, "Someone go kick down that fucking door."
Mm-hmm.
Darrow's like going through this entire like monologue where he's like, man, I don't want to like overstep because Severo, he saved my fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
He's been like the only person that's been by my side. He's the only person that's like known who I am, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking wrong, but like I don't want to like tell him that.
Yeah, one of the things that's interesting about this book is, especially when you go from the second book to this book, is Darrow got a bit of a nerve.
Yeah.
So not only he was a whole year in a, prison cell isolation. But like when he comes out, he gets carved again.
Yeah.
And it's like, how powerful is Darrow really? We don't really know. So like this is like Pierce Power being like, I want to be a little ambiguous with his power because I want him to win and lose whenever I want him to.
He gets buffed again, but he starts off nerfed.
Yeah. So yeah, he's struggling with Severo. That becomes a very big glaring point through the first half of this book. Is like Severo's in charge, but Darrow's like
this is like really like cement to me like why it would have been bad if Darrow had died and Severo took over. Severo is very emotional. Like he's like one of those people. He's a very like man's man, or like where like he tries to hide his emotions, and like everything that comes out's always like anger, right?
There's like so much like fan fiction about Severo for sure. Like he is like the Vampire Diaries.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of. I've seen enough fan art on the Reddit page, so I can only imagine what else is out there.
I just have to keep all these emotions inside.
But yeah, I mean, he's just fucking angry all the time. So like, he just is always like, let's just fucking kill everything. But I mean, he also kind of has a point. Like, look, this is war. Like, you have to kill. It's either kill or be killed.
There's definitely some decisions that Severo made that don't make any sense to me.
Oh, I mean, true.
We'll get into those in a second, because I was like, that is weird. But yeah, so they break down the door and they find what's his name? Mateo?
Yes, Mateo. And at first, like
for those
Darrow's like, I recognize that voice.
Yeah, for those who don't remember, Mateo's the guy that like not Mickey who carved him, but Mateo like trained him.
Yeah, he's the one that was like taught him how to read. He taught him like all the history, how to act like a gold.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they break in and someone finds him and like Sever like instantly just starts beating the shit out of him. He's like, wait. I know who that fucking person is. Stop. And he's like trying to stop Severo. Like he pushes like Severo off of him. Severo's like, what the fuck is your problem? He's like, I know this guy. And Severo's like, I don't give a fuck. And then just like beats the shit out of him some more.
I know this guy. I don't care. That's my dad. I don't fucking care. So yeah, you get to this point where he's knocked out several, which is like, why?
Yeah,
we could have maybe used some information like there's Quicksilver.
Yeah, that would make sense. And instead, like Severo just is lashing out.
Yeah,
and then so they're like, okay, well, fuck, I guess let's take this guy with us. Let's get out of here. And they start going through the building to like check, see if they could find Quicksilver. And
well, no, they get like Clown gets like an alert on the system that somebody had ordered food.
Oh yeah,
to this room. He's like, that must be where Quicksilver is. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, because there was the data pad that Mateo had. Yeah.
Oh, someone just ordered food to this room. You got enough technology to do that, but you don't have cameras. These guys aren't monitoring that the howlers are just running through the facility. Anyway,
so that I think they turned off all the cameras. You've had the full discussion from Quicksilver, right?
Oh, the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, so they turned off everything because they don't want the Sovereign to know who all, or not the Sovereign, but everyone to know who all is in the room. So they go down to where this room is, find a bunch of fucking golds and obsidians and shit. And Darrow's like, let's be careful going in this room. Severo says, kick down the fucking door.
He Leroy Jenkins.
He really does.
That's what happened. They're literally standing outside. You could take the Leroy Jenkins video and post it in here.
Really?
All right, guys, what's the plan here? So we've got a 33.33 repeating, of course, chance of survival. It's like, oh, that's better than normal. Okay, well, we're gonna do this. All right, guys, let's fucking go.
Where's my chicken? All right, Leroy.
That's exactly what Severo does. He Leroy Jenkins. He aggroes all the silvers, all the golds, all the coppers.
He just like kicks open the door and everyone just like stops and like stares at him like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then like Darrow goes and he's like, oh shit, it's Mustang.
Yeah.
Oh, why am I a little hard? Oh wait, shit, Cassie's is here? That motherfucker.
And they all have the howlers all have masks on.
Yeah.
Which somebody didn't get, but that's fine. You know, it's like just take your mask off. Be like, hey, like you guys are talking. Can we talk?
Well, they have speakers.
Yeah. Well, they're like, so one thing is like Daro's telling Severo, like, Leroy, what you have to do this? God damn it, Leroy. Severo just cuts his mic off.
Yeah.
He mutes him on Ventrilo, is what happened.
He really does.
Dude, we're pulling out some like old school fucking video World of Warcraft shit right now.
If you've ever seen the Leroy Jenkins episode, you're probably too young to watch this.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm 30. You're probably not too young.
You're too young.
Either way, look it up, watch it. It's a classic.
It was such an old video. You know, well, I mean, it's an old video now, but like at the time, like YouTube was just becoming a thing.
That thing came out probably like 2003.
Yeah, and like if you don't play video games or anything, you probably wouldn't get it. You know what I mean?
But it's fucking hilarious.
It is hilarious. It is very funny. God damn it, Leroy. But that's exactly, this is literally verbatim. I'm pretty sure Pierce Brown watched the video and brought inspiration here.
Oh, there's a good chance.
So he Severo mutes him, and shit turns into a firefight.
Yeah, because everyone is like talking like, hey, like, what did we do? What did we do? What did we do? Dara, what did we do? I love how they're all asking Dara too. And Dara's like, hey, is Severo like, let's like chill for a second. And he like is like going to go to talk, and Severo's like, fuck that. Mutes him and just starts fucking blasting.
Well, is he the first one that fires? Yeah, because
Yes.
Cassius is moving closer and closer. Cassius is being an ass.
Yes, but I mean, I get it. You're getting invaded by people that aren't fucking talking. They're all in fucking masks.
Can we just talk about like how fucking so far? I don't know how it all ends. How fucking lucky Cassius is as a character to even be alive.
Yes.
He just like, I feel like he just makes stupid.
He's a cockroach.
Yeah.
He just like doesn't ever die.
He
Like,
doesn't.
no matter how many times you stomp on him, how many nukes to go off, he's like, I'm still fucking here, please.
Cut off his arm, you beat the shit out of him, you know, whatever works.
Yep. So everyone just starts fucking firing, and like Daro was like trying to talk to him, was like, hey guys, it's me, it's Daro, but Severo started fucking firing, and a huge fucking battle breaks out with everyone. And Daro's just like, please, like, can we like, guys, stop. And that's when he gets cut off by Severo. He's like telling people to stop fighting. And I mean, yeah, Ragnar, who's fucking double razoring motherfuckers.
The double razor Ragnar is an OP strat.
That sounds fucking I like want to see like a video of that. Of just
that'd
fucking
be good.
awesome.
But now by video we mean fully clothed people.
No.
Oh, see, completely new.
When I imagine Ragnar
double razored up.
Only a loincloth, double razors. It's like Spartacus, but cooler.
Yes. So if anyone wants to, if there's any people who are a fan of the series that are artists, we know what you've done. Maybe do something good for the community.
Yes. So yeah, this fight's going on, and Aja's sister is there and is fighting
Ragnar.
Yeah, Ragnar. And at one point, like, she like fucks up, and Dara's fucking just blasting her with a pulse fist.
Yeah. No. Yeah, no. She goes to kill Severo.
Yeah, Severo.
And yeah, Daro's like, I'm not having this.
I wonder, like, that's how I imagine a pulse fist, like a shotgun, but it's probably not like.
I'm imagining like a Iron Man.
Maybe. I'm thinking like boom, boom. Like,
I mean, that's a great rendition. I don't know. I was thinking more like a pew, pew.
Boom.
We are great. We might as well just join the sound effects team. Whoever's making this TV show. That's it. That's the one.
Zoom.
Put it right on the video.
Slash.
So, yeah, Daro kills this person, and I didn't remember this. I didn't know that the Sovereign had Furies.
Yeah, I always call them furries. They talk about the furries in Golden Sun. They're like basically her honor guard.
I think it's weird the levels of people that they have. It's like you have the what are they called? The knights,
the Olympic Knights.
the Olympic knights. Are they better or worse than the furries?
I imagine they're better, but Aja is one of the furries, so I think it doesn't
Aja
matter.
could beat the shit out of
Aja can kill
probably
everyone.
I think she
Aja's
is.
the most OP person.
I think Aja is like absolutely insane as a character.
Yeah, I mean, like even Lauren's like, whatever you do,
not?
never fight Aja. She will murder the fuck out of you.
It's kind of crazy how good that she is. Like if you turn these book series into a fighting game, she would be the final boss.
Yeah, she's just a bad bitch.
So Darl kills her sister.
Not nearly as cool as Aja.
Nah, like, come on, like what is happening there?
Yeah. So that happens. Clown is like,
Oh,
he got really hurt.
Ragnar kills the Death Knight,
Yes.
which I lose track of how
I
many
don't know
knights there
how
are.
many nights.
They keep coming up with names.
There's a Joy Knight.
Got
Fucking Cassius is the Morning
Your
Knight.
Morning Knight. You've got
But,
your
like-
Rage Knight, your Joy Knight, your Death Knight.
Is there an Afternoon Knight? What about a Night Knight?
Night Night. That's the
Yeah,
one.
morning.
That's the one you do not want to meet. Night Night.
I am the night. What do you mean, like night outside, or like a night with a horse? The Night Knight.
Trust me, you don't want to know. What if I told you it was neither?
Or both.
There's a third type of night.
The NITE. What does this mean?
NITE. That's so good. And the second night, it's both. It's NITE, NITE on the night. That dude is so powerful. Like,
I come into your dreams.
they didn't even write him in the books. Pierce Brown was having a whole conversation about it. It's like, he's fighting aliens. We can't bring this guy in.
This was like an acid trip that he was having in like the middle of the woods as he was writing the books.
Yeah, like imagine we were to bring in One Punch Man, whose name I don't know why I'm forgetting his name.
Saitama.
Saitama, yeah. Imagine we met Saitama here.
But it's the Night Knight.
That's who the Night Knight is in this universe. So the other person that's there that we didn't mention is one of the Telemachuses.
Yes.
Kravix.
Yes, I think it's Kravix.
Yeah. Is it the son or the father? It's his son, right?
The son is the one that's there.
Yeah.
That it's Dax. Dax is the one that's there. Kravix is the dad. I think. Here, I have the book right in front of me.
This could take
There's
years.
There's a personal thing. Personal.
But I'm pretty sure the way he does his personnel is like, here's everyone you should know.
Okay, Kavix is head. So he father to Daxo. So Daxo is the son.
Oh, so the father's there. I'm pretty sure Kavix is the one.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
So the father's there.
One of them's there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, because
and-
they take him.
Oh, they're both there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. They are both there.
They're both there. They're trying to beat the shit out of Ragnar after he killed the Death Knight, which is the coolest of the knights so far, by the way. Like if there's
Coolest name at least.
if there's any knight I want to be, it'd be the Death Knight.
Yeah. You're the Rage Knight? Are you mad?
I'm the Death Knight.
I'm the Morning Knight.
You know, the Death Knight is like going full like eyeshadow.
You just get to breakfast. I'm the Morning Knight and I will punish you.
So they're both trying to beat up Ragnar, which is hilarious to think about.
Yeah.
At that fight, can someone animate?
I mean, I'm very sure it's just 3 Space Marines.
I'd love to see it.
Like that's how like they're described. They're all fucking.
But
just
one of
massive.
them is a space wolf, and so
That's fair.
a little unbalanced.
Yeah, that's a little fair.
These two are probably like Ultramarines or Imperial Fist, like the weakest of Space Marines.
You know, I think they would be like.
I feel like they're almost salamanders.
Yeah,
because they're
super
pretty tribal, but they're also like
super loyal.
Yeah, we want people to like live like they're also
they're
part
about
of freedom.
freedom, yeah.
So 2 salamanders versus a space wolf. We all know how that would end.
The space or the salamanders be forgotten.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Pierce is probably, wait a minute, who the fuck are those guys?
Yeah, I probably forget about writing them, which may happen in who knows? But one of the things Mustang goes to try and kill Darrow.
Yeah.
And he
She's
shows
beats
his
the
face.
shit out of Darrow.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. He's so nerfed.
Yeah. He's getting beat by women.
What's going on, Darrow? But he takes his mask off and she's like, oh my.
No, she beats the fuck out of him so hard his mask breaks.
That's true.
It's like, oh, please don't kill me. And she's like, oh shit, Darrow, you're supposed to be dead. He's like, yeah, but I'm not. She's like, all right, hear me out. What the fuck's her name again? The pilot? The blue? Orion. Orion is alive. She's good. We're out.
What a weird thing to say, by the way. Out of all the things you could say, Orion is alive. First off, I haven't thought about Orion in ages. I mean, I have, because I'm like, she was a cool character. But what a weird thing. Like, of all the things you could say to the person, oh, if there's one, I have complaints about this book.
I think this is actually
the worst of the
three. The weakest.
Yes.
And like, there's some really cool moments in it that I really, really like.
Like it's rushed.
I don't think it's rushed.
I have my thoughts. I'll explain as well.
The second half definitely like feels like a change in pace.
Okay.
I mean, some of it does happen a little fast, which is, I think is fine because it skips a lot of like unnecessary war. But
fair. Mustang in particular is my complaint. I do not understand 90% of the shit that Mustang is doing. I also don't understand 90% of the shit Severance doing. But Mustang, it's like, here you have the love of your life who confessed that he was not who he was. He was actually a low caste person or whatever that they're at war with consistently, and that he's trying to topple the society, including her father and everyone that she knows and loves and grew up with. She was so conflicted about killing him that she walked away, accepted the life that he proposed, and then he died. And now he's back to life. And her first thought is, by the way, that one ship person that you liked, she's alive. Peace. What a weird, there's like there's so much conversation that never happened between Darrow and Mustang. And I'm sure it will happen eventually. But I'm like, what a weird, like, intro. Why is that the first thing that comes to her mind? Is she just being awkward?
Well, I mean, I think it's like, to say like, hey, like, I'm not against what you're doing. Like, I'm kind of on your side. Obviously, Sephiroth's out of his fucking mind right now. And like, we're not stopping this battle, so I got to get out of here.
I just feel like there is a very solid love story. And I'm a sucker for love stories. I like a good love story in a book.
You watched Vampire Diaries like 3 times.
Oh, well, once.
I'm assuming there's love in there. I've definitely never seen
the love story is fucking garbage in there. Let me tell you what. I'm a sucker for love stories. Listen, I love The Princess Bride. Well, all I'm trying to say is there's a really good opportunity in there for it, but I feel like Pierce Brown, and maybe this will come into play in the next episode where we talk about the ending, because when you're saying, hey, it should have been he could have ended it here.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe he thought this was the last book.
I think
and rushed it.
I don't think it's rushed.
I feel rushed, man. I feel like there's so much to happen between Mustang and Darrow. And I feel like it's like, we don't have time for a love story. We got to overthrow a government.
Well, you also have to remember everything here is only from Darrow's POV. So like, you're losing out on anything else that's happened. So like, you don't know what like Mustang's been doing and stuff like that. I would have
loved a book with the POVs of everyone else for a year. In between this.
Apparently the next book you get the POVs start changing. It's not just Darrow anymore. I like that. I'm very intrigued. Apparently everyone says it's a weaker book. So who knows? Maybe we'll like it anyway. We'll see. But
Orion's alive.
Yes, Orion and his fleet.
Her.
Well, yes, but Daro's fleet.
Hey, Darrow ain't there.
Fair enough. Yes, but I think it's like fine here because it's like, hey, look, like your ships, the people that you put in charge are still there.
I feel personally, if I was Mustang,
It just said don't kill Cavics.
I would have been like, "Are you you?" There would have been a lot. Like she saw him die.
Yes.
I feel
Well,
like
I think that's also why she was like shocked too, right? And she's like, well,
maybe she's just being awkward.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but they capture Cavics.
Yeah, and everyone else like fucks off. Severo, I think, chases down Cassius and like can't find him.
Yeah,
Um,
and Aja. Well, Aja's not there. Cassius escapes though.
yeah,
This is a
Cassius
fucking
escapes.
cockroach, man. Like,
He is a
dude. The
cockroach.
luck that this man has experienced.
Yes. Find out from Quicksilver's there this whole time, and they take Quicksilver as well, and they find out that like he had like a whole fucking like army of obsidians like stuck in a wall, but some debris fell on and blocked them so they couldn't get out. And they go, well, think that's fucking lucky.
Yeah, this is when it all starts to happen because they're like, oh wow, that's super lucky. And what does Severo do? Oh, but they make it back to the hideout, right?
Yeah.
And Severo's like, we're gonna leave. We're gonna find a way to leave. And you get Ragnar, and he's like, no, it's before this. Before they make it back to the hideout. Severo's like, we're gonna cut our way out. We're gonna do all this stuff. It's like there's only 100 people in our way, and Clown's like, a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, because like the police have basically been called. So a bunch of golders and like grays, grays are showing up, and Pebble has like a busted leg, like her leg is like fucking shot through.
And that's when Darrow's like,
fuck it,
all right,
I'm back.
Everyone, listen to me. Severo's not in charge anymore.
It is funny too because there is like a whole moment where he's like, fuck it, I'm back.
Yeah.
Like I'm taking over. I'm the everything Severo's doing is fucking stupid. He messages whoever, Holiday.
Holiday. What a good character, Holiday.
Holiday is awesome.
Yeah, great character.
And he's just like, Holiday, get in front of the fucking window.
Like you're our best bet, which is a low bet.
He's like, everyone, tie a fucking rope. And I really love this scene too because I think it's super cool. Like they all tie each other up.
It's not only that; it's the fact that everyone does exactly what he says. I love that moment where they're like, Severo's been in charge for a year.
Yeah, but
they're like, we're gonna listen to what he does. He says.
Yeah. How does Severo gets knocked out here? How does he get knocked out again?
He doesn't.
I thought he got knocked out before the window.
Well, they all kind of do. Because what happens is he has to go place charges at a wall, and he's kind of pissed about it. But he goes and places them. He's on his way back. That's when they alert, and they're like, "Hey, you've got 5 seconds to comply or whatever."
Yeah.
And then the artificial gravity kicks in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So they push him down like super hard. You get this really badass Ragnar moment where he's able to lift.
He's just like so fucking big. He's like, I am big, I am strong, I shoot.
Shoots the window out. They all get sucked into space, which is not how that would work. I don't think by physics.
Hey, that's what they did in For All Mankind.
But if you have that much artificial gravity, I don't think the artificial gravity would stop working just because you don't have any oxygen or atmosphere in the room. That's my
I think the pressure just gets fucked up.
I don't know. I'd like to, if any physics in there, any physicians, any psychologists, if you're out there, if you've got a room, not that artificial gravity has been studied extremely extensively, but if you are under artificial gravity and then the window gets knocked out into space, does that fuck up the artificial gravity?
Well, I mean, if I'm pretty sure, so in For All Mankind, like they're on normal gravity, and with that one little hole from the one bullet, like everything started fucking flying out the window.
Well, yeah, but that's because they're under normal gravity. But
but does heavier gravity change anything?
Yeah, because imagine you have a weight on.
I mean, it's a vacuum basically.
Well, imagine
you're going through a vacuum.
Well, imagine you got a chain attached to you and you're being pulled, right? You put also 600 more pounds on top of you. It's going to be harder to
We don't know how big this hole started out as either. Like, how big are pulse fizz bullets?
Maybe it works. Maybe I'm crazy.
There's
But let me tell you one thing that blew my mind about this scene. The security brings out a robot.
Yeah.
And there's a moment where Darrow's thinking like, oh, this is a robot. This is what Augustus was so scared of.
Yeah.
And I'm like, tell me more about that. What the fuck is that? What do you mean? So like, I got so intrigued there. I'm like, wait, are you telling me there's like, is this like a potential like robot uprising like in Warhammer where like something happened in the past? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like that seems like a story I'm really
The Necrons have risen.
Yeah, I'd love to get into. Like, why is this society? And this is talked a little bit about later, but it's like, why is this society? If you wanted to come into power, you could easily advance technology so fucking quickly.
Yeah.
With even a subgroup of people. Yeah. And create war robots. And that happened, and Dar's like, this is what Augustus feared. And I'm like, this is interesting as fuck. Really? War robots? Yeah, where's that?
Yeah, we don't see any more war robots.
That's disappointing. I hope he gets into that in the future books, because that's actually some cool shit.
Yeah. So, windows busted out. They all go flat. I really like how, like, we have Darrow's, like, internal monologues. Like, in the Institute, they taught us, like, or maybe it was the Academy, whichever fucking schooling they went to, was like, if you're in space, you're gonna probably fucking die. You have like 15 seconds before
you're... Well, no. You actually have a while to live in space.
Well, they don't have like oxygen or anything.
No, you can do it. So this is crazy. You look at it, it's actually kind of nuts. But the way Pierce Brown describes it's like fucking perfect.
It's awesome.
It's actually like so accurate. So I was looking into this when we were watching
again?
No. The other sci-fi show that was not as good that ended very poorly.
Oh, the Expanse.
Expanse, yeah. Because there were a few scenes in there that I was like, is this really how space works? And they did a good job too. Where they talked about how you breathe out because your lungs will explode.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is fucking crazy.
But then like it talks about how like you will pass out well before you die in space. And it's not, and like what's interesting is like you don't actually get cold. It's really fucking hot in space because of the radiation.
Yeah.
There's actually no like the atmosphere is not there to block radiation. So it's, I think like Pierce Brown does perfectly. Like they passed out for like 2 minutes. They were in space for like 2 whole minutes.
Yeah.
But they were passed out for like a whole minute of it. And their bodies were swelling because of the oxygen in their blood.
Yeah.
Fucking well done, Pierce Brown.
It's fucking sick to read about. And like they get like Darrow wakes back up eventually, and it's just like,
how long was I out?
And yeah, you're outside for like 2 minutes. Like that was fucking nuts.
But everyone lived.
Yep. And then they made it back to the. Oh, is this when?
This is when
Darrow does the. Or they talk to Quicksilver, right?
Well, yeah. There's multiple conversations that occur. So the first one that occurs is Darrow goes to find Kravix.
Yes. And
this is a part that I do not understand. I don't understand this a lot because, like, why is Kravix chained up? Is Kravix not on their side?
Well, they don't know. I mean,
how do they not know? Mustang and the Telemachus are running a rebellion. They're running a rebellion. Why would you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't. They know that Darrow's a red, right? But like that doesn't mean like they can reject the sovereign, but also still reject Darrow's. It's not great, right?
Oh my god.
Yep.
It tastes like it honestly tastes like piss.
It's terrible.
Everyone says Bud Light tastes like this is what piss tastes like.
I drink a lot of piss. I know.
Let me tell you what.
Golden showers are
I'm pretty sure I pissed in this bottle. This is crazy bad.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome.
You know what this tastes like? The closest drink I can describe it to is the punishment drink we had on the Halloween special.
Nothing's ever. Dude, that thing was... What was worse was like the punishment drink that you picked up was like fucking candy corn. I don't mind candy corn.
Yeah.
No, mine was a literal like fart.
I don't even know how to describe
it. Was like someone fart in a can.
Yeah.
And I
liquidated it.
He drank
liquidized it.
It was awful.
It was the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted.
Oh my god! I'm like throwing up thinking about it.
It was so funny. That was actually a great episode where we did the little like quiz thing.
Yeah, that was fun.
You got the worst. I picked up the punishment drinks at the store. Or did
No,
you?
I got him at
Yeah.
Total Wine.
You brought them in.
I thought they were beer. It turned out they were seltzers.
I was like, there's
and then
no
it got even
way.
worse.
There's no way that they're like bad. Right. Like one of them's just like candy corn, right? Like no one likes candy corn. No, that was like
it even smelled like asshole.
that was literally like you put your tongue in an asshole. Just
it was so bad.
It was so fucking disgusting.
But anyway, what I was saying was just because like they can like reject the sovereign, but they might not like accept Darrow and
being red in society.
You're completely upending society. You're letting the Reds control things, stuff like that.
You come to find out in the conversation, he's like, yeah, we were actually cool with it the whole time. I don't know why I'm chained up. And everything's cool. Everything's peachy.
Yeah, he's just a cool motherfucker.
He is. And I do have a lot of gripes about this book. One of the gripes I have is you compare this to some of the previous moments we had with Telemachuses.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed historically that the Telemachuses were being primed to be one of those groups that were allied with Darrow, but wouldn't agree with the New World Order. A really prime example of this is when Darrow was talking to the Telemachuses about how good Ragnar was on their first engagement. He was like, so he could probably lead a group without golds. And they were like, that's too far. Like they got mad at Darrow for saying something like that.
Yeah.
So it's weird to me that you go from that to the Telemachuses just being like, yeah, we love that idea. So you get another crazy moment where he's like, why did you guys not contact Severo? And the this guy's like, we did. He just
we did months ago.
Yeah. I don't understand this. I'm struggling. Why would Severo not want to communicate and ally with Mustang? And it ties back into my previous question. You know what I'm saying? Like there should have been communication there.
There should have been. I think the thing is like Severo, as smart as he is, isn't that smart.
Now, granted, they said months ago, this would have been after Darrow came back.
Yeah, because he's been back for like a year.
He's been back for a while, yeah.
Because he went through like a year of like just like working out.
Yeah.
Trying to get fit, trying to get hot.
Trying to get it.
Like I can't get lit like this.
And this guy, I gotta figure this. And then he cheated. Carved me.
Yeah. But I think like Severo just is someone like he never really trusted Mustang.
Yeah. No, I get that. I don't understand where Severo's trust issues come from. It seemed like shit just worked out for him a lot. And he even his father was keeping things from him, but it turns out he was a person he could trust. So I don't know. I just think it's weird.
I mean, Severo like has always just like spent his life like just being kind of shit on.
Yeah, by other golds.
Yeah, like all he has is his howlers.
That's fair. Which are golds.
Yeah, and then he kind of like
that
he only took over Ares because his dad was Ares.
They ate cockroaches for him, man.
Can't eat cockroaches and a snake.
And snake, at least one, maybe more.
Yeah, they only talked about the one snake.
Yeah. There's probably more snakes in there.
That was weird.
Fucking weird. But anyway, that pisses off Darrow. He goes in to where Severo's interrogating Quicksilver.
Yeah.
And what a crazy scene here.
Yeah, because like, so they go in together for the interrogation, and like Severo's like, I'm gonna just fucking kill him. And Darrow's like, no, you're not. We gotta talk to this motherfucker and find out what's going on.
Well, it's like, we gotta talk.
Yeah.
And Severo's like, I don't have to talk to you.
I'm fucking busy.
I'm busy. I got shit to do. He's on his phone. I'm texting somebody. I'm busy.
Yeah, so eventually they finally like go in there, and Quicksilver's like, oh, Barca. Barca, my man. Your dad's a kick-ass motherfucker. Guess what? Like,
Yeah.
I created Ares, bro.
Yeah. You get this whole like crazy dump where Quicksilver's like, oh no, let me tell you how it is. Like, I'm literally a Sons of Ares. Why did you kidnap me? I'm literally the second son of Ares. Your dad kind of weirdly blackmailed me into it. And after a while, I was like, it's kind of cool. And then I created this whole thing and I did all of this shit and I funded everything that you guys have ever fucking done in your entire lives. And so everyone's like, no. I think you're lying to me.
See, the thing about this too is that it made a lot of sense to me, like thinking back on it, because like at one point, like after Dara was like turned into a gold, like he like questions like, I wonder how much that cost.
That
like,
did happen. I remember that moment.
Who would have paid? Who paid for this? Like,
I remember even in this book, they talk about why don't you just carve all the people who were like, they're like, oh, that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
And he had the same thought in this book. Like, I always forget how expensive my shit was.
Yeah, and like it makes sense that the richest man ever paid for it. And then you have like Mateo and like and then you have how the city was built. He's like, yeah, who the fuck do you think funded not only carving all that shit out, but all the security around it to make sure that no one ever fucks with it.
And it turns out that Mateo's his husband.
Yeah.
So I don't know like what the rules are with lower collars. Like if the silver can marry a pink.
Yeah.
Or if it's a similar situation to what Sphincter was in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has to be different because, obviously, like, Sever was supposed to be killed because his mom was a red.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I mean, I feel like the Telemanus Moccasins at one point had to have fucked an obsidian. It's the only thing that explains their sides and everything.
First off, like, what a weird, out of all the collars, you're like, that's the one I want.
Hey, man, they might be hot.
They might be. I mean, there's nothing.
But I mean, it's only that explains their size.
There's nothing wrong with
them. They're like, man,
muscle
they're
mommy.
As big as obsidians.
Nothing wrong with the muscle mommy.
I agree.
We know the fan art, guys. Seen it. Oh, what was the other? Oh yeah, every fucking fan art about God, what was her? On the Conqueror,
Latara Sarin.
Latara Sarin. Remember we looked it up. Yeah, you guys are muscle mommy freaks. So eventually Darrow comes up and he's like, look, he's telling the truth. What's the location of
Tytos?
Sons of Ares base Tytos. The dude gives like so much detail. He's like, this is how we did this, is how we did this, is how I did this. These are the people that worked on it. He's like, I know more about the place than you fucking know about the place. And Sarah was like, fuck. But I'm too deep in.
Let me kick him in the nuts.
He tries to blow up the place. Sarah tries to blow up. He tries to basically ruin the entire economy of the economy. He wanted to fuck up.
Trying to blow up the entire economy of the economy.
Like this dude was like, I mean, you think about the economy, like
imagine extra helium.
Like imagine if this dude blew up oil, all the oil. That's what Several was trying to do.
Basically, yeah.
That's the economy of the economy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Actually, I really like Quicksilver too, because like after like he like realized like, yeah, you're releasing the thing about Dara. I have decided you were a bad investment, so I wasn't trying to contact you.
Can we talk about how fucking smart Quicksilver actually is?
He's so smart.
This person is me. Not saying that. No, I'm saying as the reader.
So Gavin's a rich asshole.
I'm saying
he's married to a man.
Wait a minute. Let me talk for a second here about this. I want to backtrack my previous statement. I'm not saying that I'm Quicksilver. I'm saying he is me as a reader. Because the things that he said, I literally dropped the book and I was like, yeah, I've been fucking saying this since book one.
Yeah.
Saying this. He was like, literally one of the things he says, like, why do we have people mining helium-3? We can invent robots to do it for us.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, why the fuck is that happening? I mean, you guys are populating fucking all the planets and sources. We can't invent a mining robot? What the fuck?
And he was like, look, I'm a capitalist. I want people to spend their fucking money.
Yeah.
Why don't we give people more fucking money?
He's like, we have all these people and it's so interesting because he's over there. He's like, look, the Golds, they'll like kill their children in weird ways, like through like tournaments, which is strange. But they'll also prevent us from making mining robots. So like, are we really moving towards an area of like
peak society?
Yeah, peak society. I'm like, dude, yes. Like this
Quicksilver's great.
Everything I've been saying this whole time, Quicksilver's like, yeah, this shit's really dumb. Like the Golds are
even worse after like a good drink.
I agree. It's so bad.
I should have drank this first.
It might be the second worst drink I've had.
It's bad.
Oh, Malort's is pretty bad. Malort's is pretty bad.
Anyway.
But yeah, like Quicksilver's like over here dropping truth bombs on like everything that we've always thought.
Yeah.
Where I was like, what I love about this is we used to compare this to like Hunger Games, right? Well, Hunger Games didn't have a Quicksilver.
Nope.
Hunger Games didn't have a guy that was like, why are we killing children? Or I'm sorry, why are we making children kill each other on the TV? That's weird.
Yeah.
Like, guys, that's weird, right? So this was great. Quicksilver is now actually my favorite character because
he's great.
He makes the most sense out of every fucking person we met.
Yep.
But they come up with a plan. Not to escape. Oh, well, wait. We have to back up to the Severo-Darrow confrontation.
Yeah. So Darrow's like, hey, motherfucker, we need to talk. And he calls them out. And they just fucking beat the shit out of each other in the hallway.
Well, Severo's like, I'm so glad you're telling me all this logical shit, but I'm going to blow up the economy of the economy anyway. Darrow's like, that's not cool. So they get into a fist fight. Darrow beats Severo.
Shit out of him.
Which is like, again, like, are you buffed? Or are you debuffed? What's going on?
I mean, Severo's short.
He is just a scrappy motherfucker.
He is. He's real scrappy.
But Darrow beat him.
He does beat him. And like,
there's a lot. One of the other things that we should discuss at the end of this, there's a lot of ball shots in these books.
There's a lot of ball
shots. Love kicking each other in the nuts in these books.
Yeah. So they fist fight and like finally like Severo just like fucking breaks. He's like, dude, I've had so much fucking pressure on me. Like he just fucking like bawling.
Yeah.
And Darrow's like, yeah, man, it's cool.
Yeah, you can find some fan art about this for sure. He like lays on his lap.
Mm-hmm. Digging him out, crying.
I mean, that's the version I've seen.
I listened to it audibly. And
audibly.
There was a lot of I was like, what's weird?
That guy got paid. Anyway, so Severo breaks down. I almost, you know what I preferred more than this scenario? I would have preferred Severo, like eventually, like when this happens, he beats the shit out of him, right? And Severo being like, thank fucking God. Like, I've been waiting for you to take this from me.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like I rescued you and you weren't the Reaper.
Well, I mean, Darwin even like kind of talks about this, right? Like mentally, is like, you know, when Severo like expects the Reaper, and like that's not me anymore.
Yeah.
And finally, you know, he does become the Reaper again.
Yeah.
And there's a really cool moment later on where like Severo like becomes Ares, and he saves the fucking day as Ares, and it's really fucking cool.
Of course he does. He always does. Severo's still a G.
He is a G.
So they get back in. Severo's like, all right, you're the man. He comes back and there's this funny moment where like Clown's like, okay, first off, like, who's in charge? This is awkward. And Severo's like, this guy's in charge. And Dora's like, he's my number 2. Yeah, there's some R34 stuff in there for sure.
100%.
But Darrow basically creates a plan where he does this big reveal using Quicksilver's resources in front of a massive screen.
I honestly don't like it.
Tell me.
I really wish it would have been like, so like it talks about like there's like the song playing from like EO and stuff like that. I really wish it would have just been like flash to him and just being with the sling blade, just be like,
I agree.
like that's it.
Would've
Like
been
don't give a speech or anything else. Just
that would have
like,
been
that would fuck like that's terrifying.
Yeah,
Like you're
that's
like,
all it takes.
yeah, like I'm not dead, something like that.
I agree that what society needed was not a reminder of EO, but an awakening in the concept that that the Reaper, was not executed.
Yeah, like I
That
think it'd been
was a
like
lot.
super cool. Like you just have like the whole song, and it's almost like it's like a. It doesn't have to be a montage. It can just be like EO hanging and like the song going.
You get this thing as like people are confused. They're like, wait a minute, this is like a relic of the past.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that? At this past year, 2 years has been different.
Yeah.
And then you get the
like even it's just like the sling blade like scratching the floor and like he just like puts it like on his shoulders and just or I'm not dead.
That's like a Final Fantasy kind of move right there and there. Slash on the floor.
Well, you gotta make
pep rock music playing in the background.
You gotta have the fire clicking up. Well, you gotta make the effects. You have to make it like it like yeah, say like he gives like a speech like we can like I'm a red like we rise yada 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 all you colors like let's fucking
it's a
rise.
good speech.
It is a very cool speech, but man, it'd been way fucking like if I'm a gold and I saw that like we beheaded this guy. This dude fucking took over fucking Mars.
And he's back.
We didn't fucking kill we know we beheaded him.
Yeah. You don't need
what the fuck?
You don't need the speech. Your presence is enough.
Yeah, and they already know that Daros. Everyone knows Daros the Red at this point because of what Sever did.
Yeah, I would feel. I do feel as if like sometimes writers get caught in this trap.
Yeah,
where they want to make like big speeches.
Yeah,
like they can let their previous writing speak for itself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's a good point because I do think it would have been way better if it was just like I'm here, like, yeah,
I'm not gone.
Yeah, that would have been good.
You didn't kill me, something like that. Like, I feel like that would naturally brings up an uprising, right? Like you're sitting there as a red. You see that like the guy that did all this shit on Mars isn't dead, and you're just like, hey, that motherfucker did it. I can fucking do this.
Yeah. So they take over the moon, basically. Yeah. With the giant uprising. And the plan is Severo's going to commandeer some ships. Yep. Like classic Pirates of the Caribbean style.
Hell yeah.
And at the meantime, Darrow, Mustang, Holiday, and Ragnar, which is like, what a cool squad.
Yeah, well, I mean, Mustang wasn't even supposed to be there. She just shows up in the hangar.
That's true. She shows up in the
hangar. So Kavix was released. No one knows who did it. And you find out Ragnar let her out. And like she shows up in the secret hangar and Darrow's like, what do you want, bitch? She's like, I'm here to come with you. He's like, you're still fucking hot. All right, come on, get in here.
That's basically what happens. That's honestly like one of my biggest complaints about this book. Is I do not like how Mustang is written. I feel like there should be so much like, and the same thing with Darrow. Like, think about the last year, the insane fucking trauma that these guys went through, and it just kind of seems like it's like, forget about the trauma. We're fucking going. I'm your friend. Everyone's like, you shouldn't be friends with her. And he's like, I don't care. I need to.
You have not seen her ass.
I need to move the plot along, guys. Ready to go. It just like that part, the love story, the emotional aspects of a lot that's going on. I just feel like it went really quick.
Yeah. So that's going on. They go to the Obsidian planet.
On their way there, yeah. Well, it's Mars.
No, it's a different planet.
You sure?
Yeah.
I thought it was Mars.
No, Obsidians have like a whole fucking planet that's all ice.
I'd like to look into that because I'm pretty sure
it's a moon.
I'm pretty sure it's the northern cap of Mars.
Let's see where.
I also think it's strange that all the Obsidians come from this place. You know what I mean? But on their way there, they get like attacked by another ship. Would love to know how they figured this ploy out, but they get attacked essentially by Cassius and Aja. Whole group of people there. Ragnar as they're getting attacked by a ship, Ragnar does the most fucking metal shit in the world. Where he runs up the back.
Okay, they live in the polar regions of Earth and Mars.
I think they're at Mars, the polar region of Mars. So Ragnar does like the craziest shit where he runs up the back with an RPG.
Yeah.
He does like some like fucking GTA 5.
He does.
He fucking shoots the fucking
A ship
ship
that's
as it's
shooting
coming
at them.
in. Yeah. They both crash. They crash into the water.
Yep.
And that's actually a cool ass scene because they get attacked by like monsters under the water.
Yep.
Which is metal as fuck.
Yeah, like at one point, fucking Mustang is like a giant fucking leech on her back. She's like, fucking get this thing off, it's killing me.
Yeah.
They have to kill it, and then like they are like, where the fuck is Ragnar? It's like he's all because they're under ice.
Yeah.
So like, and Mustang just fucking runs in there with a fucking flare just to try to find him, and then like, there's a giant fucking thing in there.
They don't know
like,
what
fighting.
it is. Yeah. So they get Ragnar out. They kill the leeches. And they have to find shelter because it's going to get to negative 120 degrees. What the fuck is that? Negative
cold.
Negative 120? I have some thoughts on this. So they make their way to the other crash site where they expect.
That might be right? Like in space? I mean,
well, they're in Mars, but it's a terraformed Mars.
Yeah.
This is my argument. Hear me out. They make it to this other crash site, the four of them, and they find Hannibal Grays, which is nuts. You have any society, period, that could survive at negative 120 degrees.
The average temperature across Antarctica is negative 30.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
There's a big difference.
It's a 90-degree difference, man.
I'll Google
if you add 90 degrees, that'd be a nice day. 60 degrees, that'd be okay. So there's these.
Okay. The temperature of Mars can be as high as 70 degrees Fahrenheit or as low as 225 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but it's terraformed. I'm not arguing that the temperature.
Hey man, they want the obsidians to suffer.
Well, I can't. I'm not going to argue that the temperature cannot reach that level. My argument is people cannot live at negative 120 degrees Fahrenheit.
They're obsidians, man. You don't understand.
They get into this like craft. They fight off some obsidian cannibals, and then they like seal themselves in to this like metal.
I mean, it's a
ship, and they just start a little fire. I'm like, no, you're still dead. Negative 120 degrees. Have you seen like the day after tomorrow? The shit, the freezing starts making its way through the building. Like, I don't know. I don't think you're gonna make it. Negative 120.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cold.
I've seen colder.
I'm pretty sure your blood would instantly freeze.
Maybe. I don't know. They're golds, man. Doesn't
Anyway,
matter.
they just go out there and they fight in it. That makes sense.
Hey man, they got suits on. Skin suits.
They go and track down Cassius and Aja, who are being hunted down by these cannibal obsidians. And by the time they reach them, basically Cassius and Aja are the only two left.
Yeah. And then you have Daro comes up with this great idea. He's like, hey, let's just fucking kill him.
Well, you get this moment where Daro asks, it's either Daro or Mustang, can't remember. They ask Ragnar.
It's Daro. Daro's like, yeah. Can you kill Asha? And he's like, yeah.
Yes. Like immediately. He was like, yeah. Like, no, yeah, dude. Have you seen me?
Have you seen this dick?
Yeah.
Suits.
Trust me.
I actually had 3 razors.
God, dude.
He did not have it. He got the shit kicked out of him.
He goes, hey, can you kill Aja? And he goes, is Caleb Williams worth the first round draft pick? Yeah.
Same result.
Turns out. That was harsh. But they corner him. Mustang spears Cassius through the neck with an arrow.
Yep.
Which is like, to me, is like death, especially in negative 120 degrees. But I guess he's like just like flopping like a fish.
Yeah, he is just flopping around.
And we get this crazy.
Asha is literally just teasing with Ragnar. Like it's not even like a battle.
She is so fucking
like she's just taking out like tendon after tendon after tendon. Like she's just like, you ain't shit to me, bro. Fucks him up.
She does. And she deals a fatal blow.
She does. And she doesn't just like deal one, she's just fucking big.
She does like prison yard rules to Ragnar. Because after it's so crazy, like after she fucks Ragnar up towards like he's gonna die. Mustang is like shooting arrows at her. She's like dodging them while shanking the motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She's nuts.
She is insane. She needs nerfed next patch.
She does need patched.
So she looks Daro and Mustang are on their way. In my mind, I'm like, I think Aja's just gonna kill them.
Yeah. She's just badass.
I thought, now here's what I thought in my mind. You probably felt the same way. I'm like, Aja is about to kill Ragnar, and then who kills Aja?
Dara or Severo.
No, my mind was Holiday. I thought Holiday was gonna fucking
you
snipe
cannot have
him.
Holiday kill someone as badass as Aja.
I think Holiday's pretty badass.
She
man.
is, but she's not gold.
That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it doesn't happen.
Nope. No, she fucking like falls into like an ice cavern.
Well, she sees something, then jumps into an ice cavern. And they all turn around. And it's like fucking like skyscraper griffin, like as big as this house kind of thing.
It's a big motherfucker, yeah.
A giant griffin. It's a bunch of grays, obsidians. And they get off, and Ragnar's like, sister.
Yeah, Sephi.
And she doesn't say shit,
Well,
Ragnar.
she's Sephi the Silent.
And Ragnar like has this whole monologue where he gets no responses back from Sephi.
Sephi the Silent.
Just sad. And Ragnar dies.
He does that.
What the fuck, Pierce?
Yeah, one thing I'm really enjoying about like his books is he's not afraid to kill characters. I mean, it's actually in the afterword here. He talks about like the story is like more than Dara, like it's the side characters.
Of course, it has to be.
Yeah, and like it talks about like how like the side characters have like are almost like more important to him than Dara at this point.
As the almost it's always that way to the readers too.
Yeah,
because like almost every TV show, book you can imagine, it's always like, yeah, the main character. I feel that like Harry Potter.
Yeah,
like Harry Potter is not the character I care about in Harry Potter.
Yeah, all I want is Hermione naked.
And we got it. All you wanted to hear about was Snape or Dumbledore or Hermione or Ron. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love that Pierce Brown started heading down this alley where he was like, Dara is just the lens right now. And I'm really excited to see how he does it when it's like, what if Dara wasn't the lens? Because I do think he does a very good job of writing side characters.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, so Ragnar dies. We have Sephi, and then Sephi takes them, and we meet Ragnar's mama.
And that's how now Ragnar on his deathbed was like, you gotta kill my mama.
Well, I was like kind of like what Dara like figured out, right? Like he was like,
we're not here to recruit the Obsidians. We're here to kill an Obsidian to become the head Obsidian. Yeah. Is basically what it ended up
essentially, as. Yeah.
Man, what a bummer.
R.I.P. Ragnar though.
R.I.P.
Like I mean, Ragnar is like he gets like hyped up so much. Like he was like letting Dara's nieces like braid his hair. Like everyone loved Ragnar. Like he's this giant, the gentle giant.
Yeah, this would be like the Red Wedding.
Yeah,
in the series, even though there's only one main character that dies.
This is Ned. This is Ned.
This is Ned Stark's being beheaded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think Ned Stark.
Spoiler.
Oh my gosh!
If you did not watch Game of Thrones in 2009,
yeah, damn, it's almost as bad as Snape dying.
Oh fuck! Oh who?
Man. Well, that's where I'm at. So far, I'm enjoying it. I do think I'm enjoying it less than the other two.
I think Golden Sun's the best. So
yeah, so far that was really.
Everything like I've seen a lot of things online. Apparently, Lightbringer, which is the latest book, is just fucking like out of this world. Also, apparently, like
is he writing more than Lightbringer? One more.
There's one more. Red God is the last one.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
I'm also intrigued. Hopefully, it releases before we finish these books.
I really fucking hope so.
Because I mean, there's 3 books after this so far. So I mean,
probably have like another 3 months, probably a little less than 3 months.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna read it regardless. So
yeah.
So that's it, guys. We'll finish up Morningstar here in 2 weeks. I will be off on vacation. Give Gavin time to read a book.
Yeah. Catch up.
Yep. As always, guys, hit us up on Discord. Find that pinned to our Twitter at Heresy Lodge. Email us at theheresylodge@gmail.com. Check us out on YouTube at the Heresy Lodge. Merch. Check it out. And as always, have a good one, guys.